Hello, welcome to the Enlightening Nest channel. Today we are discussing about children behavior and their common causes. And uh, maybe to ask, why do children behave the way they do? Uh, Number one is to escape or to delay from a certain situation. They want to escape from a certain situation. The other one is to seek attention. They want to be heard. They want you as a parent, a guardian, a teacher to pay attention to what the child is saying. The other one is because of sensory stimulation. Sometimes they just behave to feel good because the body releases some certain hormones. The other one is maybe they want access to some things. Yes, they want something tangible. They want the needs to be met. So we will quickly uh, learn to common causes of children behavior, and these causes we can divide them into four categories. There is environmental, physiological, the normal developmental challenges, and neurological or medical factors. Let us take like environmental factors. Number one of the environmental factors, we can talk of family. This is where the child is born. Remember, he inherits the genes from parents, and maybe the parents could be uh, having the genes of maybe aggression, anger, bitterness. Those genes the child can also inherit. Then the family dynamics. The child comes from different family backgrounds: nuclear, child-headed, extended families, braided families, co-parenting, single-handed. All these, they can be, depending on the background of the family, they can lead to the child behaving in a certain manner. Then there is also domestic violences. Nowadays, it's increasing at a very high rate. And these parents need to look at, because the most affected are the children. Then there is substance and abuse. Parents are abusing drugs. They are becoming alcoholics. They use any other induced drugs, like maybe they smoke. All these types of drugs, common types of drugs, they are there, and they lead to parents behaving in a certain way. And remember, now the child is carrying or modeling the behavior from the parent. Then there is divorce and separation. This also affects children at a very, very, very high rate. And remember, we are always guided or told, before we act, before we think of divorce and separation, yes, we are running out of problem. It is very true. And we want to escape from problem, and we want to save ourselves from problems. Also, think about children. How well are you as a parent, both parents? Have you prepared the children? How are they? How will you be taking care of the children when the divorce and separation takes place? So those are some of the family dynamics. And also poverty, lack of unmet needs. A child who comes from a very poor background and he watches other children being well taken care of. Remember, he can be having anger, a lot of uh, bitterness, asking himself, hopelessness. This one can also lead to the child behaving in a certain way. The environmental factors, we also have parent-child relationship. The way a parent or a guardian interacts with a child, it plays a very significant role in child growth. Remember, there are three forms or types of attachment. There is secure attachment, there is insecure, and avoidant. avoidant or ambivalent. Remember, when a child has secure attachment, he feels loved, feels well taken care of, he feels belonging to the family. This one makes the child not to have bad behavior at a very big percentage because the child feels safe. The other case of the uh, insecure or avoidant, the child now, this can lead to child behaving because he wants to be heard in another way where he cannot be heard in the family. So he displaces his problems to that other behavior. And then there is uh, parenting styles, be it authoritarian, be it authoritative, be it permissive, be it uh, neglective or avoidant. All these parenting styles, they make the child to behave in a certain way, whether we like it or not. But in the other video, we shall be discussing deeply on the characteristic of children on each and every parenting style. So let us follow the videos. Remember to subscribe and to like and share. So, and also uh, we have maybe reinforcing negative behavior. Yes, if we reinforce negative behavior, that means the behavior will continue being evident and it will persist and persist. Yes, and also uh, inconsistent in discipline, being inconsistent in discipline. A parent should discipline the child. Even the Bible, those who are Christians, the Bible tells us very well, we uh, spoil, we spare the rod, we spare the child. But nowadays, we at least parents have learned there is positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement, and all of them all have rewards, and the makes also creates a behavior to the child. So it is always good to look for ways of disciplining the child. Look for measures when to discipline the child and when not to discipline the child. How to do it. It is very important. Remember, we are told if a child maybe is caned for a very long time, he gets used to caning. So the child can do anything. Just because he will be caned, he can continue doing anything that he or she wants. So also under environmental factor, there is school and social pressures. Under school, we can talk of bullying. Bullying in school is not something to joke with. It lowers the child's self-esteem and even can also affect the child performance, be it academic or normal performance. So it is always good for a parent to follow, have that good connection, have that good relationship with your child. Follow what is happening in the school. Let the child talk. If you notice bullying, act in it immediately, because it will affect the future of your child and it can lead to negative behavior. Yes, there is also peer pressure. Yes, we said the child can learn from imitation or modeling. He can be following his peers and making our leading to the child behave in maybe a certain way. So you cannot only say it is always even to for a parent to look at the friends or the peers the children interact with at school. Talk, talk, talk. Communication is very important. Yes. Another one is about toxic classroom relationship. The child can be living in a very toxic classroom relationship. Yes, he can be having a poor relationship with the teacher, and the teacher, you remember we are all human. The teacher can also be affecting the child, maybe name calling, maybe doing some things that maybe will lead to the child behaving in a certain way. So it is always good to check how, what does your child, your teacher tell you in class. Hmm? How does he relate? Do you relate with your teacher? If there is no that good relationship, I think it is always good for a parent also to go to school. You can ask permission for a child to be changed depending on the seriousness of the case. Yes, it can be changed to another class. Also, there is lack of sleep, and also under social pressure, we can talk of social media. Social media is also impacting children and making children to have negative behaviors always. Then, number two, we have talked on the environmental factor. Number two is physiological factor. Under physiological factor, we shall talk about trauma very quickly, and also early childhood experiences, ACEs, and anxiety and depression. If a child went through trauma, like maybe rape, child abuse, and the child did not go through therapy for him to heal from this early childhood trauma, that means that that trauma is stored in the unconscious part of the mind. This means that the child will be the child will be having negative effects whenever any emotion is triggered. It will make the child to heal or to reveal that experience that he went through. And also the early childhood experiences, we are different, we come from different backgrounds. All this leads to problems in the child behavior. Also anxiety and depression, we are always told if the child is anxious, he will be behaving in a certain way. Maybe he's fearing maybe exams, hmm? Or maybe doing exams, or maybe doing a certain task or certain activity. This one can lead to problem. And also depression. Remember, the child depression uh, does not show itself like the way an adult can do. The child will show the signs by acting out. And acting out means the child will be behaving in a certain way. Yeah. So then we have number three, normal developmental challenges. Under normal developmental challenges, we can look at temperaments. Yes, temperaments and anger. There are children who are born angry. They do not know how to control their anger. Maybe they inherited that one from the parent, or maybe through the environment. Then there is increased expectations. Yes, and under increased expectations, I shall talk about life skills. Parents, guardians, teach your children life skills. Let them know how to do problem solving. Let them know how to communicate. Let them know how to make informed decisions. Let them know how to be creative, critical thinking, empathy. All this, let the child, teach the children life skills as young as they are. And when they grow, they will also be very good children. But if you do not teach a child to how to empathize, if you yourself, remember we said children are running through modeling and imitation. If you yourself, you are not a good role model of life skills, how do you expect the child to be as he grows? he will be behaving in a different way. Let us teach our children life skill. Then there is number 4, neurological and medical disorders. Under neurological and medical disorder, we shall talk of brain development. Under brain development, this is where if the brain is not well developed, it means the child will be having some disorders like attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and also autism. All these problems, disorders that arise from the brain not being well developed, will make the child to behave. Remember, these disorders limit the children from communicating and expressing their emotions. They do not express their emotions. So this means that if they are not well in social relationship, they are not able to communicate, they are not able to express themselves, so means they will act out by behaving in a certain way. And remember, most parents do not know or do not understand that these things happen in the children. The children have these disorders. If the disorder is not detected at an early age, means the child will grow up with it. Like mild autism, it is rare for the child to a parent to detect it if he is not well informed about these disorders. And then there is learning disabilities. Learning disabilities like speech problems, like maybe uh, stammering, stuttering, learning difficulties like dysgraphia, dyslexia. All these problems can lead to children, because he is not able to communicate, he is not able to express himself, can make the child to behave in a certain different way other than the normal way. So they lead to frustrations. It is very true. The child becomes frustrated, and now the only way is acting out. He can hit someone because he is angry. Maybe he sees as if maybe the person is ignoring him. He can do or act as in a certain way. So then there is physical health. On physical health, we can look at the allergies and hormonal imbalances, and also the impairments, yes, the defects that the child may be having, be it mobility, be it hearing, be it visual impairment. All these can lead to child having a behavior that is not normal. So as we are saying, parents need to take caution, teachers need to take caution too. Also, we cooperate with our children. As we cooperate, and we cooperate even with the teachers, because if the maybe the child can be misbehaving at school, and when he or she comes at home, he's behaving in a very good way that a parent cannot maybe be able to detect. So it is always good to have that good teacher parent relationship, child parent relationship, and also teacher child relationship. That will help to curb some behaviors that are happening. Remember, if you are not infected, you are affected in a certain way. You can be racking a child, or maybe your children are grown up, but you have your sisters, you have your neighbors, you have the community, you have the county, you have the country. Everyone is affected. It is a common law. Let us take charge. And remember, nowadays it's not like the ancient times where the child was for everyone. We are leaving ourselves to take care of the child. We are doing it alone. Remember, bringing up a child should be a combined effort if a chance can be there. Thank you for watching.